Haiti from the Estadio Nacional in Managua, live across the region and around the world. I'm Donnie Barnes. We see the weather conditions in Nicaragua tonight, 82 degrees, very pleasant conditions for soccer, although quite humid as you would expect. Not too bad a night, and a phenomenal crowd on hand once again here at the National Stadium. Here's the situation in Group C. 2 games played for everyone. 6 will be played in total in each of these groups. Honduras leading the way so far. Costa Rica surprisingly held to 2 draws. Nicaragua held them to a draw 1-1 here at the Estadio Nacional back in September, but then lost 2-0 at Honduras, which is why Honduras are top of the group coming in. Haiti with 2 draws as well. A 0-0 against Honduras, and then an incredible 3-3 at Costa Rica, where they trailed 2-0 at halftime and then rallied to lead 3-2 before conceding a late equalizer in second half stoppage time. So these 2 sides have been right in both of their games so far, but they both know they need to start picking up victories very soon if they're going to have a chance to qualify for the World Cup. Only the group winner, remember, gets a direct ticket to the World Cup next summer. There are 2 best second place finishing spots also available in these 3 4-team groups. Remember, there are 12 Concacaf nations remaining in this final round of Concacaf qualifying. 3 automatic spots up for grabs in the World Cup next summer, alongside the United States, Mexico, and Canada, who are automatically qualified, of course. So you have to win your group to punch that direct ticket. There are the 2 runners-up spots. The 2 best second-place finishing spots will advance to the Interconfederation playoffs next March for a final chance at qualifying. But even though there are more spots available to CONCACAF this cycle than ever before due to the expanded World Cup, there is still very little margin for error, especially in this group with these 2 sides so densely packed together. You need wins eventually if you're going to make that World Cup dream come true. And for Nicaragua, that would indeed be a dream come true. A nation that loves this sport but has never been to a FIFA World Cup, has only qualified for the CONCACAF Gold Cup 3 times in their history. It would be a major upset if they were to do it, and they would likely need a victory tonight to get back in the race in this group. But we saw how much this home crowd can make a difference when they frustrated Costa Rica here last month. Even while going down to 10 men in the second half, they came back for that 1-1 draw. And we'll see if this crowd can roar their nation on to a big win here tonight. Some traveling Haiti fans here as well, but a huge night for the home nation in particular. Those home fans dressed in the blue and the white. That defeat to Honduras a few days after that 1-1 draw with Costa Rica, very damaging for Nicaragua's chances. 3 points needed tonight for them, but they'll have to get through a Haitian side that, despite their 2 draws to kick off this round, are playing with some real confidence and flair. Les Grenadiers playing every game away from home, but they still have hope of getting to a World Cup for the first time since 1974. Led by Sebastien Mignet, they've been able to recruit higher-profile dual nationals in recent years, and they have strengthened their squad considerably. And just in the last week, they've convinced 3 more players to declare for their national side, including Hannes Delcroix, who's on the roster at Burnley FC in England. But here in Managua, a sea of blue and white, hoping to see 3 massive points for their side. In just a moment, we'll hear the anthems of these 2 nations, and then we'll see the starting 11s and kickoff. It is Nicaragua and Haiti on the road to the FIFA World Cup 2026, and it is next. A spine-tingling rendition of the Nicaraguan national anthem. The Haitian national anthem preceding it. Here in Managua, World Cup qualifying, the final round of Concacaf qualifying between Nicaragua and Haiti. Both sides in need of 3 points tonight to kickstart their final round campaign. Again, only the group winners punch that direct ticket to the World Cup. Here's the starting 11 for the home side. Miguel Rodriguez, one of the most exciting young talents for Nicaragua, just 22 years old, already playing overseas. Number 10, Biron Bonilla, scored their equalizing goal against Costa Rica. He's a big threat. Ariagner Smith wearing the number 7. Keep an eye on his physicality. That will be key for Nicaragua to get themselves up the pitch in a game where they figure to be defending for long stretches. Nicaragua in their traditional blue kits. Haiti wearing the white trimmed in the blue and the red. Haiti have been to one World Cup in their nation's history, that back in 1974. They've been to many Gold Cups. They've been a pretty consistent qualifier for the Gold Cup tournament in Concacaf. Now they want to get back to the big dance. Nicaragua have never been there. Again, with the expanded field in 2026, the best chance that they've had so far. Here's our match officials, led by the center referee, Victor Caceres of Mexico, assisted by Jorge Sanchez and Jonathan Gomez. The fourth official tonight is Fernando Moron of Panama. Captains meeting in midfield. Johnny Placide, the goalkeeper, wears the armband for Haiti. His counterpart for Nicaragua is Juan Barrera. Time for a little joke before kickoff. Haiti appears to have won the coin toss. Traditional captain's photo with the match officials, which Johnny Placide momentarily forgot about. And now we see the starting 11 for the visitors from Haiti, who again have kicked off this final round with 2 draws thus far. It is the 37-year-old Placide in goal. Dukins Nazon, one of the forwards, he scored a hat trick in that match against Costa Rica. All 3 goals coming in the second half. He is their leading goal scorer with 43 in his career, the most that anybody scored in the modern era of Haitian football. Franzi Perrault, his strike partner, he has 32 goals and only 43 appearances for his national side, so it's a prolific front pairing. And the question is, how many chances can they create for that duo? This is a side that has increasingly played a possession-based style, but they have struggled defensively at points, and they also have struggled to finish the chances that they've created in big games. And of course, in a game like this, where the margins are so small, both of those things can cost you. Si se puede, the chants here at the Estadio Nacional. This is a crowd that helped will their side to rally for that 1-1 draw against the heavy favorites Costa Rica in the opening match of the group last month. Can they have a similar effect here tonight? It will be Haiti to kick off in the white, Nicaragua in the blue. Haiti from left to right in this first half. Opening whistle, and we are rolling here in Nicaragua in the final stage of World Cup qualifying. Nicaragua and Haiti both in desperate need of 3 points tonight if they want to top this group by the end of next month. A draw would not do either side a whole lot of good in all likelihood. Nicaragua with early possession at the back. A chance to get themselves forward, and they prod it into some space, and a foot race is on there, and it's forced out for an early attacking throw for the home side. Positive start by them. Again, a game where they're expected to have to defend for long stretches. They're on the front foot in the opening minute. It's a nice angled switch of play out to the left for Oscar Acevedo, the left back. Biron Bonilla in with the left foot toward the near post. It was a dangerous skimming cross. And Bonilla, classy first touch, and gets it right back. And faces up against 2 defenders, trying to burst to the end line. Defended very well, and then tackled out of play. This will be a corner for Nicaragua. Danley Jean-Jacques wanted to usher that ball across the end line, but it just wasn't rolling quickly enough, and then he couldn't take a chance. Early attacking set piece for Nicaragua. And a frenzied Estadio Nacional. Bonilla takes many of their set pieces, takes this one and plays it short. Gets the return. Laying it off to the angle, left-footed cross in, not a great one. And then the referee stops play. There are two players down at that near post. They may have clashed heads. Henry Nino involved for Nicaragua. And the masked Marcus Lacroix for Haiti, both indicating they're all right. I'm Donnie Barnes, glad to have you with us for this crucial qualifier, Group C in Concacaf. See the clash of heads again. If you're not familiar with the format, if you're just tuning in, this is match 3 out of 6 in this final round of qualifying in Concacaf. Both sides will play another game early next week in this international window, and then the final window of this qualifying round will take place in November, when each side will play their last 2 games. 12 remaining nations in Concacaf, split into 3 groups of 4. Only the 3 group winners will go directly to the World Cup next summer. If you're one of the 2 best runners-up in those 3 groups, you get a chance at the Interconfederation playoff. And a likely tough matchup with a runner-up finisher from a different region for the final 2 spots at the World Cup next summer. There's Marco Figueroa, the head coach for Nicaragua. He's been so since 2022. Guy who had a fantastic playing career, was known as the Ghost as a striker, the legend in Mexico, especially with Morelia, an old club that unfortunately no longer exists, at least not in the form that it did those years ago when he played for them, but scored a lot of goals in his career, now trying to lead Nicaragua to a fairy tale appearance in the World Cup. They're able to control here in the final third. Here's Bonilla. And Bonilla thumps in across toward that back post, and nobody attacking it there in blue. Staying in play though, and it's kept in by the corner flag. Cycled back to the top of the 18. Bonilla ranging in to win it back. Well, Fernino lays it wide again. Another cross headed in and flicked along, and rising to claim is Johnny Placide. Plays in the 2nd division in France, veteran goalkeeper for this Haitian national side. He's been with them for over a decade. Foul given against Nino here, and a free kick for Haiti. There's Sebastien Mignet, who has helped recruit a number of higher profile dual nationals over the last couple years. This will run through, and boy, Placide way out of his area. Not sure he needed to do that. That allows Nicaragua to regain possession. And Haiti playing all their matches away from home in these qualifiers. So it's a huge challenge for them, but they've played well. They played well at the Gold Cup also this past summer, but they've struggled to get results from those good performances. Often have failed to finish chances, and then when they scored 3 in the second half to rally from a 2-0 deficit against Costa Rica, they conceded the equalizer late on. So it was a stirring second half comeback from Haiti, but it could have been so much more if they'd been able to hold on in second half stoppage time. Such a big difference in a short qualifying round between 1 point and 3. Throw for Haiti by that center line. This is more the kind of game Haiti want to play. Patient possession, cycle the ball, work it around, look for openings and opportunities. They had 63% of the ball in the second half against Costa Rica, in Costa Rica, which was really impressive. This is headed back to Placide. It's often overlooked, but Haiti have one of the longest football or soccer traditions in the Concacaf region. One of only a couple Caribbean nations, or a few, to have ever qualified for a World Cup. 1974, when they got there, they were drawn in the group of death. This is cleared out by Nicaragua, recycled by Danley Jean-Jacques. Held by Jean-Rickner Bellegarde, who plays for Wolves in the English Premier League. Another really high-profile recruit for Haiti over the last couple of years. Question for many observers this Haiti national side is, can they maximize the individual talent that players like Bellegarde have? Can they form it into a cohesive unit that generates those results on key nights like this? Held in by Franzi Perrault, the other half of that prolific strike duo for Haiti, but that runs out for a goal kick. Mentioned Perrault a moment ago. 43 appearances and 32 goals already for Haiti. Plays for AEK Athens in Greece. So this is a Haiti side full of European and MLS experience. Most of these Nicaraguan players play in the domestic league here in Nicaragua, with only a few exceptions. This runs out at the other end, and a goal kick for Haiti. Sebastien Mignet, French-born, played in France for a long time, and briefly in England for Leyton Orient. He's previously a head coach for a couple different African national sides, Republic of the Congo, Kenya, Equatorial Guinea. He was an assistant for Cameroon before taking this Haiti job in 2024. Chance for Haiti to advance it here. Some space to turn for Nozon. And he takes the return layoff and lays it in turn to Casimir, and he goes down the line, and the first time ball across the face of goal. It took a couple deflections. It's a goal kick. And it's the first real flash of danger from Haiti tonight. Franzi Perrault was crashing that near stick and almost was able to redirect it home. Perrault is 6'4". He's a big aerial threat, but he can score when the ball's on the ground as well. 10 minutes gone in Managua. Settled by Carlins Arcus, high energy fullback, another who plays in France, as a number of these Haiti players do. It's been a big focus for Haiti in recent years. Recruit those dual nationals who are eligible for both France and for Haiti. Players that perhaps aren't going to become a regular with the French national side, but can make a big impact for Haiti. Seeing so many CONCACAF nations with increasing success at recruiting those dual nationals around the region. Part of why this federation keeps getting stronger and deeper every year. Haiti have weathered the early minutes and the early emotional surge from Nicaragua and their home fans. Nicaragua go to Costa Rica next. That will be a very tough assignment. Another reason why the national press in Nicaragua emphasized how imperative it is to take all 3 points here tonight. Easier said than done. Here comes goalkeeper Miguel Rodriguez, and he chooses to put it out into touch. Again, Rodriguez, just 22 years old. A lot of pressure on his shoulders, but he's already playing in Europe in the Finnish top division. And he's one of only a handful of Nicaraguans to play in Europe. This is along the end line, and then crossed and dropped and spilled and scored by Haiti. An explosive start for the Grenadiers. Haiti have the lead in this World Cup qualifier, and it's a Nicaraguan nightmare for Miguel Rodriguez. Well, first he put it out into touch when it looked like he might be able to pick it up, and then this cross just flips through his fingers. He spills it into the worst possible area. And it was Dukins Nazan on hand to tuck in yet another goal. He just scored 3 against Costa Rica last month, and he has a 4th in his last 2 games for Haiti to put them in pole position early on. He does what a great striker does. He's the fastest to react, sensing the danger, sensing the opportunity, and taking full advantage. And a huge blow for Nicaragua, falling behind as the rain begins. Oh, clever back heel. Haiti scored, besides just the 3 goals against Costa Rica, 2 of those 3 they scored in the second half were just absolutely sensational. Again, all 3 were ultimately scored by Nazan, 1 from a bicycle kick in a very crowded 6-yard area. Chance to run onto something here for Ariagner Smith. Muscled away from it though and cleared by Ricardo Are. And then the 3rd goal that Haiti scored against Costa Rica, a wonderful quick team move, 1-touch passing, a back heel flick that put it into Nazan's path, who then finished first time. So this is a Haiti side with increasing amounts of skill and flair. And so for Nicaragua, handing them the opening goal the way they just did, especially sickening. Trying to get it back just a couple minutes later. They have another attacking throw. As the rain increases, that's a good ball to the edge of the area and into the 18, and subsequent ball was not decisively hit, but they win it back. Not able to do anything with it though, and they could be open to the counterattack. Haiti have a spare man down this right side. They don't see him yet. Now finally they cycle it to Josue Casimir, and Casimir swings it in, and it's punched clear this time by Rodriguez. There come Haiti down this left side, but a bit too much on that. They have already succeeded at quieting this big crowd. And the assumed plan for Nicaragua was to absorb pressure for as much of this game as possible and see if they could hit on the counterattack. Use the physicality of their forwards. And if that was the plan, it's already out the window in the opening 12 minutes with the goal from Dukins Nazan. Space on this right side though to deliver a cross, and it's a harmless one ultimately, bouncing into the arms of Placide. Swung in by Juan Barrera, the captain, who's 36 years old. He's still a central figure for this side. That ball was missed, and then some confusion, and Nicaragua looking shaky at the back in these first 17 minutes. Bonsi Hernandez into the center circle. You see there's 3 white shirts crowding out the ball there, and they win it back for Haiti. And it's Perrault into the box. Player goes down, shouts for a penalty. Referee not appearing to be interested. There is VAR, remember. Center referee Victor Caceres did not see that as a penalty. Diana Perez is the VAR tonight. Jean-Rickner Bellegarde, the player who went down and claimed the penalty. It's just a corner for Haiti, although play is being held up to allow Diana Perez and her assistant VAR tonight, Jorge Camacho, to have another look at this. The check is complete. On we go with the corner for Haiti. Taken by Bellegarde, and this time held by Rodriguez. Nicaragua not able to keep a hold of it. This is the kind of possession we were expecting from Haiti. Already a goal ahead, threatening for more. Tons of room for Casimir, and Casimir skids in a low cross. And the foul given against Haiti to relieve the pressure for now on Nicaragua. Josue Quijano taking the contact from Dawkins Nizam. Quijano is 34, so a couple of really veteran players still in this starting 11 for Nicaragua. Quijano, a guy that contributes a lot of defensive reliability and leadership. They're going to need every bit of that experience if they're going to get back into this tonight. Marcus Lacroix plays for Colorado Springs in USL. We have a couple of USL players in this Haiti roster. Look at the space to turn. And then the flick. There's the skill from Haiti. And they continue to possess. And again, there's so much room for Casimir. Sidesteps one defender, then swings the cross toward the back stick. It's headed out. It'll be a corner. 20 minutes gone, and Haiti ratcheting up their dominance. Bellegarde to take again from this near side. Swinging ball. Down from Casimir, who tried to hit it off the second touch, and these slip conditions, tricky to do. And it is all Haiti at the moment. Scoring in the 12th minute. As things stand, temporarily at least, to the top of the table in this group. And then this is missed by Placide, and a chance with an open goal. It's bouncing wide, and what a chance for Nicaragua. What a mistake from Placide, and he's not punished. It fell to Ariagner Smith. He had to hit it first time, he felt. With Placide way off his line. In these wet conditions, he just doesn't make a clean connection with it. Did he have time to take a touch there, maybe, Smith? Not sure. Placide racing back, might have gotten back in goal before that could hit the back of the net if it had been on frame, so he felt he had to hit it out of the air. He wasn't far away, but that's a big chance missed for Nicaragua. It's a couple times, though, that Placide has looked a little shaky coming off his line. Nicaragua will want to force him to do that more. And what's becoming a deluge in Managua. This will be a throw. We've already seen Miguel Rodriguez spill across that led to Haiti's goal at the other end 10 minutes ago. Conditions like these, you have to get shots on frame. Test the goalkeepers as much as possible. Midway through the first half. Loose ball, but the foul given against Nicaragua. Again, later tonight in Group C will be the Clásico Centroamericano between Honduras and Costa Rica, the other two teams in this group, the other two nations in this group. Honduras beginning the night on 4 points at the top of the group. Costa Rica, the heavy group favorites coming in. Just 2 draws in their first 2 games. They and Haiti on 2 points each, Nicaragua on 1. There's a situation here, Nazon taking advantage of that spill from Rodriguez in the 12th minute. So if Haiti could take all 3 points, they would go to 5 through the first half of group play. Honduras and Costa Rica will kick off right around the time that this game ends, 10 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time. These sides will be hoping that those two nations draw in that game and split a point apiece. If Honduras were to win that game, they would go to 7 points then. They'd be 5 clear of Costa Rica. But there is a chance if Haiti could win this game. There's another turnover from Rodriguez. Haiti can't make anything from it this time. A chance for a swift counter from Nicaragua. Here's Ariagner Smith. Trying to chip it infield and wins a throw. There is a chance Haiti could be at the top of this group at the end of the night if they win this game and if the result goes their way and ends in a draw in Honduras later this evening. But of course, they can only focus on this one here. And Nicaragua looking for an equalizer. Crowd screaming to shoot. Now it's crossed in. It's a good cross as well. And Placide, again, far from convincing, going for it with his feet and spooning it over his own crossbar. A classic could have gone anywhere moment once again. And it's a corner for Nicaragua. Now this is unconventional in the extreme. It works for now. What can Nicaragua do from the corner? What's basically an outdoor shower now. Through that curtain of rain toward the near post. They won the initial flick on it. Will be another corner. This has all the makings of a glorious CONCACAF chaos night. Glad you're here with us for it. Can Nicaragua haul themselves level after absorbing that gut punch? Toward the near post again, they'll have yet another corner. So the third consecutive corner for Nicaragua. Hung up top of the 6-yard box. It was a good-looking delivery. Foul given against the home side. And finally, Haiti will have a free kick. Quality delivery, which isn't easy to do in these conditions. Then the foul was called away from the ball. Good close possession from Haiti. Chance to cross in, but the cross is mishit this time by Casimir, who's had a number of crossing opportunities in this first half. That one not his best. But everybody on the pitch struggling with these conditions now. Well, if you want to get to a World Cup in Concacaf, can you do it on a warm, torrential night in Managua? That's the question for these two sides right now. Cross in, skids to the near post. There were some shouts for handball from the Nicaraguan players and fans. It was Placide who eventually gathered it in. Oh, and the lights have gone out. Well, that obviously will make it difficult to continue for now. Well, it's been quite an opening half an hour in Managua. Crazy weather conditions. We've seen a scrappy goal, almost seen a couple others. Nearly a couple of massive mistakes from Haiti's goalkeeper. Now the lights right back on. Or are they? No, we're seeing a replay now. Well, here was the goal in the 12th minute. It was the fumble from Miguel Rodriguez, from the cross from Casimir, who's been allowed to cross far too often from Nicaragua's perspective in this first half. And it's such a good, quick reaction from Dawkins Nazon, showing the instincts of a goal scorer. His 4th goal in his last 2 games for Haiti, having just scored a hat trick against Costa Rica last month. And on the score sheet in the 12th minute tonight. So we are in a power outage delay, nearly a half an hour in here in Managua. So we will have to wait for power and for the lights to be fully restored, of course. And we will send you to break until we return. It is Haiti 1 and Nicaragua 0 as we continue when we can from these Concacaf qualifiers in Managua on the road to FIFA World Cup 2026.
Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. En este momento, las autoridades de Concacaf se encuentran monitoreando la tormenta y el fluido eléctrico. Les pedimos paciencia, si las condiciones continúan en el partido, se reanuda a las 7 de la noche. Al menos a las 7 de la noche. Si las condiciones las permiten, no al menos Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. Comunicación importante por parte de las autoridades de Concacaf. El juego no iniciará antes de la siguiente entrega porque se está monitoreando la tormenta eléctrica. Repetimos, el juego no iniciará antes de la siguiente entrega debido a las condiciones de la tormenta eléctrica. Sí. Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. 7:45 minutos, se reanuda el partido. Repito, 7:45 minutos, se reanuda el partido. Repetimos, 7:45 minutos, se reanuda el partido. Damas y caballeros, atención, por favor. Estamos a 5 minutos de terminar el partido. Damas y caballeros, atención, por favor. A la persona que se encuentra con el silbato será retirado del estadio.
Back at the Estadio Nacional in Managua, Nicaragua for the resumption of this Concacaf World Cup qualifier. In the final round of World Cup qualifying, Haiti leading by 1-0. This game was suspended due to a power outage and extreme weather for about an hour or so. We were suspended at the 28.5-minute mark. Haiti took the lead in the 12th minute on an opportunistic goal by Duckins Nazan, profiting from an error by Nicaragua's goalkeeper Miguel Rodriguez, who spilled across and left it right on the doorstep for Nazan to tuck it away. Nicaragua created some danger primarily through some adventurous goalkeeping by Haiti goalkeeper Johnny Placide. So both goalkeepers looked shaky in the opening half an hour. The rain was hurling down. There's the drop ball. We are back underway officially. And this big crowd, they've all stuck around. They danced and partied and sang through the rain for the last hour plus. They believe their side can rally. The Si Se Puede chants rang around this ground moments ago. And now their team will try to prove them correct. For Haiti, though, this is a massive opportunity, having taken the lead early. Remember, they let a late lead get away against Costa Rica last month after rallying from a 2-goal deficit to lead 3-2 in second half stoppage time. They gave up a late tying goal and had to settle for a 3-3 draw. And if you're just tuning in, this is the final round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying. This final round consists of 6 games for every team involved. There are 12 nations left in this final qualifying round in the Concacaf region. They're divided into 3 groups of 4. This is Group C. Only the winners of each group book a direct place in the World Cup next summer. So not much margin for error. Now, if you're one of the best runners-up, there are 2 runners-up slots available as well. Those 2 teams will go into the Inter-Confederation playoff next spring to determine the final couple spots available in the World Cup. But much simpler to win your group, but that's much easier said than done. Both these sides need a win tonight, most likely to have a realistic chance in the second half of qualifying. The whistle has been blown. This is a free kick for Nicaragua in the attacking half. Nicaragua on 1 point through the opening 2 matches of this round. Haiti on 2 points. They've drawn both their games. Here's the foul again, leading to this free kick for the home side. Half an hour in now. Again, we were suspended right around the 28:30 mark. Haiti have led since the 12th minute, which at this point was a long time ago. This game kicked off an hour and 45 minutes ago. These 2 sides had to wait in the locker room and then come out for a hasty warm-up. And back at it now on such a crucial night for both of these nations and their aspirations to reach a World Cup. Bonilla swings it in and it bounces all the way through to Placide. So this becomes a very unconventional game in that both teams had an extended break after 28 minutes. They'll play about 17 minutes plus stoppage time after that lengthy layoff. And then, of course, it'll be halftime. So a very stop-start night, but nothing that can be done about that. And you have to overcome the conditions and everything else that this game can throw at you. The result is all that matters. Haiti, who were playing really well before the stoppage, got the goal, which was a bit fortunate, but they were looking more and more in control of the match. Nicaragua do have some danger on the counterattack, though. They're hoping to show that here. Bonilla, who is their primary danger man, scored their goal against Costa Rica from the penalty spot. This is a Nicaraguan side that often struggles to create chances. They give up a free kick here in the center circle. Franzi Perrault and Jean Rickner Bellegarde, who, as we told you before the long stoppage, is a big get for this Haitian program, playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League. You hear the ooh from this big crowd. They were almost through there, Nicaragua, but the center backs for Haiti had their angles right. And now the first yellow card of the match, shown to Christian Reyes for a foul on Dawkins Nazan. It's Nicaragua head coach Marco Figueroa not happy. Ooh. Well, that was not good from Christian Reyes. Again, VAR is in effect in these qualifiers. The head VAR tonight is Diana Perez of Mexico, assisted by Jorge Camacho. That was a very high elbow from Reyes. Nicaragua had a man sent off early in the second half in their match against Costa Rica here at this same stadium a month ago. Haiti head coach Sebastien Mignet looking on. We talked about him before the long delay. Guy born in France, has coached a lot in Africa. Been the head coach of the Republic of the Congo, Kenya, and Equatorial Guinea. Was also an assistant for Cameroon before taking this job last year. Has his side in a good spot in this game, but still with a lot of potential game left. It appears it will be just the yellow to Christian Reyes. From the free kick, a long ball toward the end line. Was that touched? It appears that it was, and it will be a corner for Haiti. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there between Oscar Acevedo and his goalkeeper. So they concede a set piece. As he was before the stoppage, Jean-Rickner Bellegarde taking the set pieces for Haiti. Hard outswinger, it's a good ball! It's a second goal for Haiti! They have waited out the storm and doubled their lead. Danley Jean-Jacques makes it 2-0. There aren't many of them here tonight to support, but the ones who are loving it. And their nation's dreams of a World Cup are getting bigger. It's a wonderful driven ball in from Bellegarde. That's Premier League quality, and that's a quality-headed finish as well. Poor defending. The center backs get split. Nobody able to make a play on the ball. And Danley Jean-Jacques certainly was. Solid connection on the header. Perfectly steered into the corner. Nothing Miguel Rodriguez could do that time. And Nicaragua face a mountain to climb now. Danley Jean-Jacques has become an increasingly critical player for Haiti over the last couple of years. He is their tactical pivot at the base of their midfield. One of the central figures of this team, plays for Philadelphia Union in Major League Soccer, and is fouled here and is clutching his face. Nicaragua have to be careful that they don't let their frustration put them a man down. It's going to be difficult enough with 11. And the way they've conceded those 2 goals will be incredibly frustrating to them, of course. One from a spilled cross, the other direct from a corner. They look for something back here. Low cross into the near post. Steered away by Haiti. Taken in by Perrault, who was able to release a man, and Haiti figure to have plenty of chances on the counter now. And they have the speed and the skill to exploit them. They'll have a throw on this occasion. Sliding in was Justin Cano, who's just 23 years old. One of the younger members of this Nicaraguan team that, as we talked about earlier, still rely on a couple of long-serving veterans. It's a bad giveaway in the middle of the park. Haiti are prone to that kind of thing. Will they let Nicaragua back into this game? Oh, the first touch was tricky. Was there a further touch from the defender? No, says the referee. It's a goal kick. Ariagner Smith was trying to touch it around, and there was some slight contact, perhaps. I thought he might go down and ask for the penalty. I'm not sure it would have been given either way. Nicaragua looking for anything they can find to climb back into this. There is still time for them to do that, of course. This touch here You see the stumble. That's where you expected the player to go down, just to see if maybe the penalty would be given. Not a lot in it. Here come Haiti now. And they win a corner. We talked before their second goal about how this was such an opportunity for them to take 3 points on the road and really enter themselves into the race in this group. Now that they've scored a second goal and are firmly in command at the moment, that becomes even more of an imperative now. They have to take advantage of this situation and win this game. Not the favorite in this group at the start of this qualifying round, of course. Costa Rica, the overwhelming favorites. But they've stumbled out of the gate with 2 draws. They play Honduras, kicking off in about 5 minutes in Tegucigalpa in a massive game between the other two teams in this group. Here's the cross in, not very well dealt with initially by Nicaragua, who look very shaky. And Haiti are threatening to steamroll them. That's a wonderful touch from Casimir. And Casimir can go on, and he tried to thread it through for Perot. Josué Casimir plays for Auxerre in the French Ligue 1. Again, many of these Haitian players play in France, either at the top level or the 2nd or 3rd division. This will be a Nicaraguan throw. We're into the final 5 of the first half. Can they get something back before halftime? Raise some doubts in Haiti's mind. Skid it in low, looking for the first time redirect. It wasn't a bad idea. It's settled beautifully by Bonsi Hernandez, who's double teamed by the end line. And then the subsequent cross takes a big deflection, and Placide out of his area looking for the foul. It's just a goal kick in the end. I said he was out of his area. He wasn't. He was out of his 6-yard box. He has been out of his area multiple times before the stoppage and got himself in some trouble a couple times. That first touch from Hernandez was really good, but he was hemmed in. They opened the gates at this stadium 4 hours before kickoff. Fans started arriving right away to claim their seats. Saw their team fall behind early, then they sat through the pelting rain. There was thunder and lightning. There, of course, was the power outage. The lights went out for a long while. They've sat through it all, not seeing what they had hoped to see when they came here tonight thus far. Their side has a free kick out of their own half. Can Haiti avoid defensive mistakes over the remainder of this game? That's what's held them back recently. Free kick for Nicaragua. Fans want more, as Christian Reyes, who picked up the yellow card a little while ago, claiming that there should be one shown the other direction. Franci Perot, the player involved for Haiti. Oscar Acevedo playing it over the top. Had a man available for just a moment, and then it comes off the head of Biron Bonilla. And Haiti will be happy to manage this game to halftime at the current scoreline. Had a rain-free day here in Managua. Right up until a couple minutes after kickoff. And then suddenly it was torrential. And then there was thunder and lightning, and then the lights went out. Conditions have calmed down again. And unfortunately for Nicaragua, so is this crowd because of this scoreline. That's misplayed, and this will be a corner for Haiti, and the groans getting a bit louder at the Estadio Nacional. As it stands, Haiti would at least temporarily go top of this group if they hang on and win this game. Now that would be pending the outcome of Honduras-Costa Rica, which is kicking off right about now. If those two sides draw, then Haiti could be top on tiebreakers at the end of the night. Corner taken low towards the edge of the area. It's off the post. It's still loose in front, and it's scrambled away. Nearly a third for Haiti, and then the whistle blows. I'm not sure if Miguel Rodriguez got a touch on that. Offside flag was raised in the chaos afterward, but the initial shot, I believe, would have counted, unless there was a player interfering with the goalkeeper who was in an offside position. But either way, Miguel Rodriguez may have gotten a touch to that to take it onto that post. If so, it's a very good save through a lot of traffic, and a vital one for Nicaragua, who are in a very tough spot now. They would be out of this game, you'd think, at 3-0. That's a great turn by Biron Bonilla. Next ball wasn't his best, but it does find a teammate. Subsequent ball, however, does not. We'll have one additional minute at the end of this first half, we're being told. Thumped away by Placide. Is there time for Nicaragua to generate something before the break? The chest down from Bonilla is good. Looking for a teammate. Fine ball out wide. Cross needs to be good. It's played first time, it's blocked, and spins along the edge of the 18 and can be cleared by Haiti as we're into that additional minute at the end of the first half, as indicated by fourth official Fernando Moron of Panama. Haiti eager for the halftime whistle now. Although they have a chance to counter before halftime with 30 seconds to go. And it's Jean-Jacques rampaging forward, and it might run through to Nazon, not quite. He's already scored 4 in his last 2 games, and he was sniffing for a 5th. Last attack of the first half for Nicaragua now. Into the channel, there's space on the left. It's Bonilla who is found on the edge of the 18. Onto his right, and Bonilla could not wrap his foot around it. It was deflected, though. It will be a late corner for Nicaragua in the final action of this first half. They need something from somewhere soon. They take it short. Angle not there for the subsequent cross. Then Bonilla hits it low, and it's redirected wide. Did it come off the post even? There's the halftime whistle. Haiti wanted it to continue because they were away on a counter, but referee Victor Caceres says no more. Did that come off the foot of the post? In the last action of the first half, Nicaragua nearly pulled one back. But overall, it's a first 45 interrupted by rain and thunder and a power outage. A strange first half in Managua, but it is Haiti who dominated nearly from start to finish. Nazon in the 12th before the stoppage. Jean in the 35th after the stoppage. One from a spilled cross, the other direct from a corner, and Haiti in command at the break in this Concacaf World Cup qualifier. It is Haiti 2, Nicaragua 0. Well, quite a first half in Managua between Nicaragua and Haiti in this Concacaf World Cup qualifying final round Group C match. These two sides came in both needing a win to really ignite their final round campaign. And so far, it's Haiti very much in the better position to claim that win. After some early flurries from Nicaragua, Haiti took over and started to play their possession-based game. They would put one in front on this occasion that was put out of play as Carlin's Arcas got himself down the touchline. But then the opening goal arrived in the 12th minute. A cross from the end line, spilled by the goalkeeper Miguel Rodriguez and tucked in opportunistically by Dawkins Nazong, who scored for a 4th time in his last 2 games for Haiti, having grabbed a hat trick at Costa Rica last month. And he is now on 44 goals for his nation, their leading scorer in the modern era of Haitian international football. And he scored a massive opener in this game. And it had been coming for Haiti. They'd been getting Josue Casimir away down that right side, as the pressure would be relieved on this occasion by a foul in the box. Nicaragua created 1 or 2 opportunities, mainly from mistakes by Johnny Placide before the stoppage. Placide giving this ball away, but it was first time just wide by Ariagner Smith, who felt he didn't have enough time to take it down and try to control this volley more. He nearly was able to bounce it inside that post, but just hooked it a bit too much. Later in the half, Nicaragua, in an increasing downpour, would swing in a dangerous cross, and Placide again was highly unconventional in the way he dealt with it, but deal with it he did. This went over his own crossbar with his own feet, but it stayed out. That's all that really matters, especially in these games. And on 28.5 minutes, well, the lights went out, and that wasn't ideal, but it was what it was. And after the lights were restored, the two sides came back out onto the pitch. They warmed back up. The ball was dropped back into play on 28.5 minutes, and off we went again. But really, it was more of the same as Haiti were dominant, and from a corner, they would score their second goal. It was a beautiful delivery from Jean Rickner Bellegarde, and Danley Jean-Jacques was able to rise between 2 defenders in blue and thump it into the corner. This time, Miguel Rodriguez was helpless, and it was 2-0 to Haiti. It's a terrific header. It's a great delivery. It's not well defended at all, obviously, but Haiti don't care. They are in a great position at 2 goals ahead. Nicaragua created a couple moments before the end of the half. In fact, in the final seconds of the half, they would send a ball into the box for a redirect that wasn't on frame. That would be the end of the first 45. Haiti in command at the moment, leading by 2-0. So the numbers from our first half: Haiti surprisingly outshot on paper 6-5 by Nicaragua. It did not feel that way watching the first 45 minutes. The 3 shots on target all belonged to Haiti, and obviously 2 of them wound up in the back of the net. 1 yellow card that was shown to Christian Reyes of Nicaragua. Nicaragua did have 52% of the ball, but that did not make a difference. It was Haiti who used it much better with their 48%. So Haiti in a great spot. Can they finish this off and at least temporarily go top of this group? We'll find out when we come back for the second half in just a few minutes from Managua. 2-0 to Haiti. changes as a result, hoping that something can spark them here in the second 45. And Haiti, although they dominated most of the opening 45 minutes and were able to play a very fluid and slick brand of football that they're increasingly playing as a national side these days, they still do have those moments of defensive lapses that they are prone to at points. Nicaragua have to hope that there are a couple of moments in this second half for them to possibly grab and get back into this game. But it was Haiti who were threatening to run away with it before the break, before Nicaragua appeared to hit the post with the last kick of the first half. Nicaragua have been ready to kick off for a couple minutes. Haiti just coming back out onto the pitch now. And so this is the test for Haiti in this second half. Can they now manage this lead and close out a game on the road in World Cup qualifying in a hostile environment? That's the task that faces them. For Nicaragua, a miraculous fight back needed. Again, a draw was seen as not being good enough for them at the start of this night. Down by 2 entering the second half. A draw would seem like a great result now, but it still wouldn't help them in the table that much. So they need goals. Can they find them in these second 45 minutes? Two players removed by Nicaragua. One of the center backs, Henry Nino, and one of the midfielders, Matias Belli. So those changes made by head coach Marco Figueroa as referee Victor Caceres blows his whistle. We're back underway for the second half in this Concacaf World Cup qualifier. Haiti with a chance to at least temporarily go to the top of Group C if they can hang on and win this game. Costa Rica and Honduras. Honduras and Costa Rica, with Honduras the home team there. They're underway. We'll keep you posted on that game throughout this second half. They're in the 12th minute currently at 0-0. We didn't think we'd be able to update you on that game during this one because we thought this game would end just before that one kicked off. But with the lengthy delay in the first half, that one is now kicked off in Tegucigalpa. So everybody in action right now in Group C. And CONCACAF qualifying, 12 nations remain in this final round. Split into 3 groups of 4, and only the 3 group winners go directly to the World Cup next summer. There are a couple of best runner-up slots also available. 2 best runners-up out of those 3 groups would go to the Interconfederation playoff next spring to battle it out for the last 2 World Cup spots available, but that is a much more difficult route than winning this group directly. Nicaragua onto the attack here. It's a decent looking cross to the back post. It is headed out. It is an early corner for Nicaragua as they try to rouse this crowd once again. Good ball in from Josue Quijano, who wasn't heard from much in that first half. We'll need to see more of that from him. And Biron Bonilla hopes to deliver a quality cross from this corner. And it was a decent cross, and there are shouts for handball and a penalty. Big shouts for handball from the Nicaraguan players. VAR will check it, of course. Marco Figueroa is insistent that it should have been given. It is a free kick currently for Nicaragua. You see the players, well, Juan Barrera, the captain, started to gesture for VAR, and the referee Victor Caceres told him to stop that right away. And of course, every play is checked. Don't see a lot in that, at least at first glance. Ooh, does it come up off the left arm, though, on that bounce? It was a better look there from behind the net, where that ball may have impacted the arm. And of course, just because it hit the arm doesn't necessarily mean it's handball. The arm can be judged to be in a natural position. Yeah, check complete, no penalty, just a free kick for Nicaragua. Big frustration from the Nicaraguan players. It's been a frustrating night for them so far. Can they change that from this set piece, though? Swung in with the right foot, flicked along toward the backside, not cleared convincingly by Haiti. Kept alive on the edge of the box. by Ariagner Smith, one of their center forwards. He was very isolated for most of the first half. Haiti looked like they were going to have a chance at a promising counterattack. That was tackled back, though, by Nicaragua. That ball splits everyone and runs all the way through to Placide. Well, another look at that potential handball that Nicaragua thought they should have had. It does hit the left arm. But again, just because it hits the arm, in this case it was Danley Jean-Jacques, just because it hit his arm doesn't mean it's handball. It has to be in an unnatural position, making your body bigger. And I think both the referee, Victor Caceres, and the VAR, Diana Perez, agreed that the arm was in a natural enough position. Haiti unchanged coming out of the break. That's not a surprise. They played so well in the first half. One or two little warning moments here and there for Haiti, though. Even though that handball wasn't given, and that probably was the correct call a moment ago. That whole potential handball situation came, remember, when they didn't deal with an initial ball in very well and let Nicaragua have a second and third look at it. It's a neat attempted flick around the corner by Quijano. It is a throw for Nicaragua. About 5 minutes into this second half. Neat ball out of the back. And now the counter's really on, and Dawkins Nazon is away down the left, and he has the underlap from his teammate, and he was trying to feed Providence. Ruben Providence cutting in from that left wing. Nazon then taking a tackle along the touchline. The Haitian bench irate, feeling something should have been given there. Nazon still down. Play continuing for Placide. Placide, 37 years old, the veteran leader and captain of this Haiti side. Well, it was clumsy from Biron Bonilla. He tried to pull out of this challenge. He did go in with both feet, though. That's always dangerous. Ponce Hernandez trying to shoot from a tight angle from a long way out as well, and he wasn't that far away from that upper 90. Good effort, and the crowd appreciates that. Didn't look like anything was on here, and so Hernandez thought, why not? It's not a bad hit. Didn't quite get enough bend and curl on it. Haiti, though, looking dangerous every time they come forward on the counter, but too much on that ball. It is a fairly quick surface here in Managua. 0-0 between Honduras and Costa Rica. They're about 20 minutes in Tegucigalpa. Honduras, the home side there. It's a huge opportunity for Honduras against their traditional Central American rivals. If they could win that game, they would go 5 points clear of Costa Rica, who were the heavy favorites coming into this group. That would be crisis time for Costa Rica. Here's a cross in from Nicaragua. There was nobody there at the back stick in blue, and it's calmly headed back to the keeper, Placide. As things stand, though, if Honduras and Costa Rica were to end in a draw, and if Haiti could win this game and win it by at least 2 goals, they would go to the top of this group. Right now, they and Honduras both on 5 points if you were looking at a live table, and they're both +2 in goal differential. Haiti would own the second tiebreaker on goals scored. This is a yellow card, the first of the night to Haiti. And it is Carlins Arcus who goes into the book. Arcus plays for Angers in France. Quality needed from Nicaragua. Some kind of finishing touch needed. No foul in that. And Haiti could be away. Nazon claiming he was dragged back by the last defender. Referee has blown the whistle, and if he has, that's a straight red. Denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity. And Nicaragua are down to 10 men once again. We just talked about how dangerous Haiti look every time they break on the counter. And they were able to get Nazon in behind. Figueroa incensed on the touchline. The whole Nicaraguan bench arguing. It will be checked, of course, but that's a pretty clear shirt tug. There's not a lot in it, but he is the last defender. Nazon is in behind. There's the pull of the shirt. That was enough in the judgment of referee Victor Caceres. It is Oscar Acevedo who has shown the straight red. In their game against Costa Rica here at this same stadium last month, it was Jason Coronel who was shown a straight red almost at the exact same spot in the game in the 54th minute. Nicaragua were able to rally in that one for a 1-1 draw against Costa Rica, but it'll be an even more uphill climb in this one if that red card stands. And it appears that it will. Marco Figueroa was telling Acevedo, don't leave the pitch yet. Make sure they fully checked this before you do. So the check is still in progress, it appears. And now the referee has been summoned over to the monitor by VAR Diana Perez. So hold on. Now, was there an earlier foul potentially against Haiti prior to that last man incident? That's a potential foul on Danley Jean-Jacques, and then it's Jean-Jacques who releases Nazon on the counter, and then there's the tug back that was judged a red card. Well, after VAR review, it's going to be a free kick, I believe, for Nicaragua, and the red card is expunged. So no red card to Oscar Acevedo. He stays on the pitch. Nicaragua stay at 11 v 11. It was shin to shin from Danley Jean-Jacques, who scored the second goal for Haiti in the first half. They remain in a strong position, but not quite as overwhelming as it looked like it would be a moment ago. So instead of the red card, it is a free kick in a dangerous spot for Nicaragua. They had a couple of these against Costa Rica that they nearly scored from. One against Costa Rica, one against Honduras as well. They lost that game 2-0, but But they were right in that game until stoppage time in the second half. It was just a 1-goal deficit until they conceded a late second. And in both those games, they had free kicks from about this same range that just missed the upper angle. What a turn of events it would be if they were to score from this free kick and go from seemingly down 2-0 and down a man to back at 11 v 11 and then only down 1 goal. It would take something special, but again, they've come close to producing that in their last couple games. They're going to need something special if this is going to turn around for them in this second half. It's Junior Arteaga kissing the ball and placing it down. Arteaga steps into it, and Arteaga's on goal, but Johnny Placide is there. Well, he didn't try to curl it into either corner. He just went for power. In these very slick conditions, that's not a bad idea, but Placide was sure-handed. No goals still between Honduras and Costa Rica. Now in the 26th minute in Honduras. Here 2-0 to Haiti. Nazon in the 12th. And then Jean-Jacques in the 35th. The idea was good from Nicaragua. The ball was just a bit too far in front of Biron Bonilla. He's one of their main creative outlets. They have to get him more involved over these last 30 minutes. Right now, Sebastien Minier's men, if they can manage the last half an hour, will be right in the thick of this World Cup race. Justin Cano. Junior Arteaga is allowed to run through, and Montes, the edge of the area, exchanging and getting it back, looking for a free kick. Play goes on, and here's one of those counters for Haiti. Have to get the tackle right, Nicaragua. They do temporarily. Now it's fed over the top for Nazon. Goalkeeper out and just at the edge of his box. Miguel Rodriguez able to claim. And that's just how they're going to have to live in this second half, Nicaragua. They have to take chances. They have to push forward. It's going to leave gaps and spaces and opportunities for Haiti with their speed and their skill. If they can pick the right pass and the right run, they will be away. Hero fouled here by Barrera. It doesn't help Nicaragua that they're also without one of their main attackers for this 2-game window. This is a free kick for Haiti in the attacking third. Given against Christian Reyes, who is on a yellow, remember, from the first half. Well, that could have been a second yellow. Went barging in. Nowhere near the ball, really. So free kick for Haiti inside the final half an hour. Just to finish the thought, Nicaragua are playing without Jaime Moreno, one of their regular starters, one of their better scorers. He was left out of the squad for these 2 games. The reason given, by the way, for Jaime Moreno not being available for this window, according to Nicaraguan journalist Jose Luis Garcia, he lost his passport, so he wouldn't be able to travel to Costa Rica for the second game in this window next week. Here's the free kick for Haiti, and it spins off a defender and is scooped off the turf by Miguel Rodriguez. So again, that report on Moreno came from Nicaraguan journalist Jose Luis Garcia. And one way or the other, Jaime Moreno not with the team for these games. And so they don't have his attacking presence as they try to chase this 2-goal deficit and somehow overturn it in these final 30 minutes or so. Johnny Placide. It's not the best clearance from him. Scrappy moments in this game. But Haiti still in a great spot. We'll continue to keep an eye on Honduras and Costa Rica. They remain goalless past the half-hour mark there. Nicaragua needs something soon, you would think. They have it wide with some space and time to possibly deliver across. Instead, it's brought to the end line. The cutback attempt straight at the goalkeeper. May have gone out of play as well. Placide able to smother at his near post. We saw this so much in the first half. Josue Casimir given time and space to possess the ball on this right flank. That's what led to their first goal in the 12th minute. Nazon. Oh, he had a man wide open on the left wing. That was Marcus Lacroix. There's the skill from Haiti, able to create the space and fed through for Perrault, who was smothered by the keeper, who had to play it with his feet and did. Crucial for Miguel Rodriguez to keep it at just a 2-goal deficit for now, but Haiti sensing blood in the water. That's blazed over the bar. They're claiming a deflection in a corner. Does not appear that it will be given. Well, here's the save from Rodriguez. Both sides making changes. Derek Etienne Jr. comes on for Haiti. This is their first change of the night. They take off Ruben Providence. And for Etienne Jr., this will be his first appearance for Haiti in 15 months. He was not called in for a long time by Sebastien Mignet. This is his 44th appearance for Haiti overall. He was a regular in this squad for a long time. Double change for Nicaragua, meanwhile, as they make their 3rd and 4th changes of the night. Jorge Garcia and Anielo Velasquez come on. Biron Bonilla, one of the players, removed. Disappointing night for Bonilla. Just was not given the opportunity to spark into life very much in the attack for them. We're into the final quarter of this match. Haiti with 2 goals in the first half in the 12th and 35th minutes from Dawkins Nazon and Danley Jean-Jacques. Nicaragua have not been able to create a whole lot. Will that change in the final period of this game? By the corner flag, they lift in the cross. It wasn't a bad one either. Flew over 2 players in blue who were both at the near post, and then it's sent out of play, and this will be a corner. This was a decent looking cross. Just over its initial target, and nobody crashing in at the back post for Nicaragua. Those are the kind of chances and gambles you're going to have to start taking when you're trailing by 2 goals in a game you came in thinking you had to win, let alone draw. Corner taken short, then thumped into the back post. Hands go up and the ball's over the bar, and there was the best chance of the night so far for Nicaragua. It was a well-worked corner, and Justin Cano, the center back, rose up and couldn't quite keep it down. And those are chances that Nicaragua just can't afford to miss at this stage. Haiti now working it patiently. Jean-Jacques. And then Derek Etienne Jr. Plays for Toronto FC. Mentioned, wasn't called up for over a year by Sebastien Mignet, who told the Haitian press last week when he announced his roster for this round of games. He said he hadn't been happy with Etienne Jr. either on or off the pitch, but he said, I think he understands now. He said he'd had a very good conversation with him. Felt his passion and hunger to play for the team were there, and so he's brought him back into the fold, and now he's back onto the pitch in a Haitian shirt for the first time in 15 months. Marcus Lacroix given space. Lacroix shoots and wasn't able to pick a corner. Simple stop for Rodriguez after the entire defense sagged off of him. This was the corner a couple minutes ago for Nicaragua, leading to this very good chance from just over 6 yards out by Justin Cano. Got up for it well, maybe bothered slightly by his teammate. That was Jorge Garcia, who had just gotten on a moment before, who maybe put him off slightly. Now from distance, that's a good strike. It's beaten aside by the goalkeeper. Johnny Placide choosing to punch it straight out, and he was fortunate it didn't fall to somebody in blue. Well, it was a why not moment from outside the box. It was a good strike. And Placide, I'm not sure if he saw it until late. Haiti maintaining their 2-goal lead for now. Again, if they can hold on to this, they would, at least for the moment, go top of the group. After tonight, Group C will be halfway done in this final round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying. The group winners go straight to the World Cup next summer. Such an opportunity for all these CONCACAF nations, with the United States and Canada and Mexico all automatically qualified, as Placide sends it straight to Nicaragua's Josue Quijano. But they can't take advantage. It'll just be a throw. With the expanded World Cup field, 48 nations qualifying this time around instead of 32 like in prior editions. So CONCACAF with 6 spots available. And of course, they could have as many as 8 if they're able to claim those 2 Interconfederation playoff spots, which will be contested next spring. Again, the 2 best runner-up finishers in these 3 final groups in CONCACAF will qualify for those playoffs. We're going to face some quality teams from other regions, though. Other runners-up finishers from those other regions around the world in those playoffs. So obviously you'd rather just win the group and go straight to the World Cup, and Haiti would have a real chance at doing that in the last half of the group if they can hang on and win tonight. Haiti have been to the World Cup once, back in 1974. Free kick for Nicaragua just in the attacking half. In 1974, Haiti were drawn in the group of death. Italy, Poland, and Argentina were the other 3 nations in their group. That was a tough draw indeed. They lost all 3 games. This will be another free kick for Nicaragua. Take it short. They play on. Cano. Out on the right, it goes for Quijano. His cross to the backside. A late arrival there. And then a good touch at the edge of the area. Back into the mix where it's scuffed away. Arcus with a partial clearance. Low cross back in. Takes a weird deflection. Came off the back leg of a Nicaraguan attacker. That was fortunate for Haiti that it didn't fall more kindly for the home side, who continue to press at the edge of the box, facing a wall of white shirts there, though, and it's taken away by Etienne Jr. And now a free kick, and that really frustrates this big crowd, who just haven't had a lot to cheer about tonight. It's a decent sequence from Nicaragua, but as has tended to plague them, not enough cutting edge and end product. And this was the foul at the end of it. Into the final 15 in Managua. This is a good run down the left. Jacob Montes, into the box it goes, back to goal, has to be pulled back further. Looking for an angle to shoot perhaps, was Junior Arteaga. And then it's given straight to a defender by Quijano. Haiti, though, struggling a bit to get out now. This hasn't been a great spell for them. Getting pushed back. They've defended decently. Nicaragua starting to generate a little momentum. Do they have time? They're at the end line. The cross in takes another deflection and again doesn't fall to anyone in blue. There've been a handful of those tonight, where on a night like this, you need something to fall and break for you, and it just has not for Nicaragua so far, and this will be allowed to roll out harmlessly for Haiti for a goal kick. Haiti able to command this in their attacking half. Arcus, not in a great rush. Casimir. Haiti would like to get back to possessing the ball and working it around and running down this clock and frustrating Nicaragua the way they did for most of the first half. That is the kind of style they want to play, and they're increasingly able to play it for long stretches as their player pool quality continues to increase. Here's Nazon sending it in, trying to chip it into the path of Danley Jean-Jacques. They continue to lead by those two first half goals from Nazon and Jean-Jacques. Again, if you weren't with us, frustratingly for Nicaragua, those two goals came from a spilled cross and directly from a corner kick. And this Haitian team, dangerous enough from open play without giving up two pretty soft goals, as Nicaragua have done tonight. So this huge crowd who started jamming in here 4 hours before kickoff have been kept quite quiet by Haiti for 78 minutes. Nicaragua have already made 4 of their available 5 changes, so not a lot more that Marco Figueroa can do to try to turn the tide. Haiti, meanwhile, who'd only made 1 change so far tonight, they're about to make 3 at once. So triple change coming up for the visitors at the next stoppage. Referee started to blow for a foul and now does award it. Nicaragua wanted to take it right away, but they had a man down as the referee pulls it back. And it is a yellow card for Haiti, shown to Jean Rickner Bellegarde, who assisted their second goal from that corner kick. Ended up standing on the foot of Nicaragua's Bonsi Hernandez. Haiti, because I think they're about to defend a set piece, they're not going to make those 3 changes just yet. It's taken short toward the edge of the area. Return for a left-footed effort that is on goal again, but there again is Placide. Now Haiti away down the left side, and here's Etienne Jr. running at that defender. Etienne still into the middle. It goes. Nazon missed his touch. Haiti still waiting to make that triple change. They're going to bring on Martin Experience, Lucius Don Dietzen, and Leverton Pierre. Here goes Etienne again to the end line. Etienne trying to cut it back at the near post. It's put out, and it will be a corner for Haiti. Nicaragua are also waiting to make their last change of the night. Here come those changes for Haiti. Well, the scorer of the second goal for them, Danley Jean-Jacques, one of those who makes way. Josue Casimir, who assisted the first goal, does the same. And Duckins Nazam, who scored the opening goal and has 4 in his last 2 for Haiti, is the third player to come off. Martin Experience plays for Nancy in France. Leverton Pierre plays for Vizela in Portugal. Portuguese top flight. He's a guy who generally provides defensive cover. Lucius Don Dietzen, just recently in July, had a great move to FC Dallas in Major League Soccer. He'd been playing in the Danish First Division previously. He'd worked his way up from the Danish Second Division, where he played for 4 years. It's been a great climb up the ranks for Don Dietzen, who scored a goal actually for Haiti at the Gold Cup this summer against the United States, you may remember. Their corner, meanwhile, bounces toward the back post. Is kept in play by Don Dietzen. Has to dribble between 2 defenders. He's capable of doing that kind of thing. This deflects out eventually, and it is a goal kick. Honduras and Costa Rica have gotten to halftime. They remain at 0-0. Nicaragua still trying to make something happen in this game, running short of time in which to do that. Angelo Velasquez just came on. And that runs out of play and frustrates these fans more. so far for 83.5 minutes, this night could not have unfolded any more perfectly for Haiti. They lead by 2 goals, and Honduras and Costa Rica thus far level. And that's exactly the result that Haiti will hope ends up holding, because if it does, the way things currently stand, they would be at the top of Group C at the end of the night. They have to manage these last 6 minutes plus stoppage time. Nothing they can do about Honduras and Costa Rica's second half. But they have done what they can do so far tonight. Played a great first half, deserved their lead. Trying to motor through the entire defense was Franzi Perrault. Taken away by Lucius Don Dietzen. Here come Nicaragua, though, after a giveaway by Haiti, which is not a great one. Curled in at the near post, but again, quality of delivery, not good enough. It's been an interesting night in goal for Johnny Placide. He's had some good claims. He's shown clean hands when he has been able to use them. A couple adventurous roamings outside his area in the first half, one of which very nearly led to a Nicaraguan goal. And then that very unconventional clearance over his own crossbar using his feet, dealing with a cross. He's kept it out, though. That's all that matters, especially in a World Cup qualifying final round match like this one tonight. And Haiti looking for that killer third goal. They'll have a free kick right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Lucius Don Dietzen, who is a pacey attacking winger, showing his trickery and earning a set piece. That's exactly the kind of thing he's on to do late in a game like this. Play on the counter, create difficulty, and force a tiring opposition to foul you and run down that clock more. Miguel Rodriguez, who, as we talked about early in this game, is such a promising goalkeeper for Nicaragua, just 22 years old. He's the first Nicaraguan goalkeeper ever to play in Europe. It's not been a great night for him. The free kick, meanwhile, with the left foot, is saved by Rodriguez. It was unfortunately Rodriguez's mistake when he spilled that cross in the 12th minute that gave Haiti the opening goal. And they've not looked back since. And these fans who stuck through driving rain and a power outage, and a more than hour-long delay. Some of them finally heading for the exits. Here goes Lucius Don Dietzen. He claims a corner. It is a goal kick, though. There will be more fascinating Concacaf World Cup qualifying tomorrow night, and then next Tuesday and Wednesday as well during this international window. Tomorrow, Bermuda taking on Trinidad and Tobago. A really fascinating battle between Curacao and Jamaica. That's all in Group B. Group B wound up being an all-Caribbean group. It wasn't planned that way. That's just how the draw worked out for this final group stage. Jamaica leading Group B with 6 points. Curacao in second with 4. Tomorrow is Curaçao's National Day, and they play at home against Jamaica. Jamaica the heavy favorites in that group, but if Curacao could ride the emotion of their National Day and their home crowd in Willemstad, if they could win that game, Curacao would suddenly be top of Group B halfway through it. And Curacao, who've improved massively over the last decade as they've taken advantage of the Dutch diaspora, they're trying to become the smallest nation ever to qualify for a World Cup, and that dream would be really alive in a big way if they could win tomorrow. If Jamaica win that game, they almost have a foot in the World Cup already. They would not have clinched yet, but they would open up a 5-point lead at the top of Group B with only 3 games to go. Also tomorrow, Suriname home to Guatemala, El Salvador home against Panama in a very fascinating Group A. More on that in a moment. Here come Nicaragua looking for a goal back, and that skids across the face of goal and just ahead of the captain Juan Barrera. And unfortunately for Nicaragua, like everything tonight, it just won't fall for them. This was good work by the substitute, Widman Talavera, who just came on a moment ago, whipping in a good-looking cross. Being told there will be 5 additional minutes at the end of this second half as Haiti close in on a huge win. Free kick Nicaragua. In Group A, though, Suriname surprisingly leading through 2 games after a big win at El Salvador last month. El Salvador in second with 3 points. They beat Guatemala on the road to open that group. Panama, the massive favorites in that group, similar to Costa Rica in this Group C. We've been talking about it tonight. Costa Rica stumbling out of the gate with 2 draws. Panama have done the same, back-to-back draws in Group A. So they're in third right now on just 2 points. So their game at El Salvador tomorrow at the intimidating Cuscatlan, one that they really need to have. Here come Haiti looking for that 3rd goal. They'll have a corner instead. That'll suit them just fine as we enter those 5 additional minutes of second half stoppage time. Martin Experience, who plays in the French 3rd tier. They take it short and they'll look to milk the time away in the corner. Slick feet from Leverton Pierre. Now a free kick for Haiti. And it is a testament to how well they've played tonight that this crowd at the Estadio Nacional is almost completely silent. It's exactly the sound you want to hear as an away side in World Cup qualifying. And they still want a 3rd goal as well, and it's across the face, and it is indeed a fantastic night for Haiti. They are a runaway train, and they've run over Nicaragua tonight. It is Lucius Don Dietzen off the bench and onto the score sheet in stoppage time to round out a perfect night for Haiti. And they worked it so well. Etienne Jr., and then it was the run and the cross from Marcus Lacroix toward the back post. It was so inviting. Pirot couldn't quite get there, but crashing in at the backside was Lucius Don Dietzen, and the FC Dallas man, who just got his big move to MLS in July after his strong Gold Cup performance, is on the score sheet for his national team again. Still awaiting the kickoff after the goal. Goal maybe still being checked. And there's a late substitution for one of these sides as well. Haiti are going to take off Carlins Arcus. Quito Thermoncy is coming on for them for these last couple minutes. Thermont-C plays for the Young Boys U19 side in Switzerland. Young Boys, a club that are regularly in the Champions League and the Europa League, in European competition, of course. Just another example of how Haiti continue to deepen their talent pool with European and MLS talent. As Nicaragua forced to play out these final couple minutes with the game truly up for them. And it's going to leave their World Cup dream not officially over, but in a very difficult spot halfway through this group. They'll be rock bottom of the table on just 1 point. It's the second straight game now in which Haiti have scored 3 goals, remember. That wild 3-3 draw against Costa Rica in their last one. And another 3-goal performance away from home tonight. It is over, and Les Grenadiers find their way to 3 massive points on the road with 3 big goals on the road. And their World Cup dreams are fully alive now. They go top of the group for the moment, with Honduras and Costa Rica at 0-0 early in the second half in Tegucigalpa. At worst, Haiti will only be 2 points out of first in the group by the end of the night. At best, they could stay top if that result stays tied elsewhere. They did what they could do tonight. Nazon in the 12th, Jean in the 35th, and then the late one from Lucius Don Dietzen, rounding out a perfect night for Haiti. Trying to reach their first World Cup since 1974. It would mean so much to their nation. And it's a night that will mean a lot to them. These players, these coaches, this federation. Frustration for Nicaragua in front of this big crowd. It never happened. It never ignited for them this evening. Well beaten in the end, and bottom of the group, and their World Cup dream appears to be flickering out. But for Haiti, every chance now headed into the second half of this group. They'll play again early next week and then 2 more next month, with a big, big chance now to reach their first World Cup in over 50 years. It finishes tonight in Managua at the Estadio Nacional. Haiti 3, Nicaragua 0. A dominant performance by Haiti away from home tonight as they open the scoring in the 12th minute. A spilled cross from goalkeeper Miguel Rodriguez. And it was tucked home by Dawkins Nazon for his 4th goal in their last 2 games. His hot streak continues, and then in the 35th minute, it was 2-0 to Haiti as the strong cross in was headed home. And then early in the second half, Nicaragua had a bit of a flurry for about 15 or 20 minutes. They created some half chances. They thought they should have had a handball and a penalty there, but the arm was deemed to have been in a natural position. Later, a shot from an ambitious distance and angle went just high and wide. A good effort from that far wing by Bonsi Hernandez. Chose to take his man on and then opened it up with his right foot and just couldn't wrap around it quite enough. It looked like there would be a red card here in about the 55th minute, that Nicaragua would be down to 10 men for the 2nd time in their last 3 qualifying games. Straight red was shown to Oscar Acevedo for a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity as the last defender. But upon VAR review, after the referee was brought to the monitor, it was deemed that there was an earlier foul in that sequence against a Haiti player, Danley Jean-Jacques, the scorer of their 2nd goal. And so the red card was wiped away, and the free kick was awarded to Nicaragua instead. So they were able to keep 11 on the pitch, but they just weren't able to create enough tonight. They were unlucky on a few occasions as well. There were some deflections that fell kindly for Haiti, but for the most part, Haiti made their own luck this evening, and they played very well at both ends of the pitch. Johnny Placide had some shaky moments in goal, but also was able to claim crosses pretty comfortably for most of the night, as he wound up with a clean sheet on the evening. Haiti always looked dangerous on the counterattack. This was a good save, flying out of his own area by Miguel Rodriguez. And the through ball was threaded through gorgeously for the chance from Franzi Perrault. So it stayed 2-0 for a good while, but in second half stoppage time, the 3rd goal did arrive for Haiti. Wonderfully worked, good cross to the back post. The substitute, Lucius Don Dietzen, who'd looked very bright since coming on a few minutes prior, was able to tuck it away at that back stick. The cross was played across the face beautifully by Marcus Lacroix. And Haiti had their 3rd goal that gave the final gloss to the scoreline that their play probably deserved tonight. A comprehensive win for them, and it sends them for the moment to the top of the table in Group C. So a commanding result for Haiti this evening in Managua, after scoring twice in the first half and once late on in the second half. So it is 5 points for Haiti at the moment. Honduras and Costa Rica still goalless elsewhere. We'll await the outcome of that game. But for tonight in Managua, as we see our full-time statistics, Nicaragua did outshoot Haiti 12-10. They were chasing the game the entire second half, of course. There were 2 cards for Haiti, 1 for Nicaragua. Nicaragua ended up with 56% of the ball, but weren't able to do enough with it, of course. And so a fantastic night for Haiti. Their World Cup dream very much alive. We appreciate you joining us tonight, and we hope you enjoyed the presentation as well. For our entire great crew, I'm Donnie Barnes saying good night from the Estadio Nacional in Managua, Nicaragua, where it finished tonight in World Cup qualifying in Concacaf in this final round. It was Haiti 3, Nicaragua 0.